Welcome to another edition of the Palmetto Guardian, a special edition. Once again, we are out in the field for the Best Warrior competition. Now we're kicking it up a notch. This is regional Best Warrior competition, and I have been lucky enough to be joined by a couple of sergeants majors from. Did I get it right or am I wrong? I had to think about it. You saw me like.
Well, you forgot the command sergeant.
Oh, I'm sorry, command sergeants majors. I apologize. From Tennessee and Kentucky. So I have y'all introduce yourself here.
All right, I'm Command Sergeant Major Michael Gentry, the Tennessee State Command Sergeant Major.
And I'm Command Sergeant Major Jesse Withers, Kentucky Army National Guard, State Command Sergeant Major.
Well, once again, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me for this. And we're going to talk a little bit about Best Warrior competition, what the experience has been so far that y'all seen, and some stuff y'all did back home to kind of prepare for this. So let's kick it off. What do you think so far about the Best Warrior competition here in South Carolina overall?
As far as Tennessee's concerned, South Carolina's outdone just about everybody. This has been an awesome competition. They have completely eliminated any downtime, which forces the soldier to completely stay on track, train, and it's been very physical out here. Not to mention the weather's hot and the rain's been deep. So it's been an outstanding competition, and hats are off to Russ Vickery, the SEL for South Carolina, and his staff. They put on a great show.
And I'll have to echo some of the same sentiments that Sergeant Major Gentry pointed out there, but I'd also like to talk about the simple fact that South Carolina also has the opportunity to introduce the GAFB, the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge testing, as part of this competition. So this is regardless of whether a soldier wins or not, or an NCO wins, they've got the opportunity to walk away with some, what I like to call chest candy, that they can be proud of going back to their states, coming here from the Region 3. And another thing I'd like to talk on is it's just simply the fact of, as you watch these guys move around, as they move from one lane to another, the camaraderie that has been built just in between the states and the competitors. You know, you talk to the competitors, they probably got a good feeling of who's probably in the lead. None of us know at this point, and none of us probably will until that envelope is opened at the final day. But, you know, it's just really proud to see how these guys work together. They take care of each other as they're even being competitors against each other.
Now, you mentioned the GAFB. Was that something the soldiers were aware of that they were going to have an opportunity for before they came here, or was that something they kind of found out about on ground? Or
Well, Tennessee, we were briefed that from the get-go, so our soldier knew when they got here that they would be doing that competition plus the BWC as well.
Yeah, same here for Kentucky. It was all spelled out in South Carolina's memorandum of instruction up front, so we knew what was expected.
We know Georgia knew it because their state command sergeant major participated in it. He's actually going to probably get his bronze or gold. What are you working on?
Hey, Sergeant Major, I'll be happy with whatever I can earn. I just don't want to be a bolo.
So, speaking of that, and y'all knowing about what was coming forward, what type of stuff did y'all do at the at your state level, kind of prep up and get ready for this, and you know all the effort that it takes to kind of get this done for the soldiers?
Well, Tennessee did just about the same thing. We were working towards what the All Guard does, the National does, to have the individual soldier do all of his work on his own or her own, whichever competitor we have out here, and so we did some of the same events, not as long duration because of the current COVID crisis. We had to cut our training down to 3 days, but we kept our soldiers going for almost 24 hours. So we were prepared when we got here.
Yeah, in Kentucky, we typically hold our Best Warrior competition in the state usually the third weekend of October. So we try to get up front early in the fiscal year, so that way whenever the region is, that we've already got our competitors identified. But due to the COVID situation, we had to bring our runner-up soldier Best Warrior, our first place NCO and soldier could not attend, basically both due to COVID concerns, just basically with their families and everything. So yeah, it has greatly impacted us. But my runner-up, he has stepped up. He has put forth his best foot effort with a little bit less than a month's worth of prep time. So proud of him.
Yeah, because for folks who maybe haven't seen or know, the Best Warrior competition is no joke. It's very intense. It's go from day one, and they've even gone so far as where everything's under fill conditions now, where they used to do boards inside and the ASUs and stuff like that. What do you think it means for the soldiers to be kind of out here doing everything in the elements? I mean, it seems like they're having a good time with it and rolling kind of straight on with it.
I'll say for our soldier, he's already built a team himself, and they stay close together. They make sure each one finishes the event. They keep each other motivated. They've also endured the worst thing out here, and that was the COVID test. Everybody got poked when they got out here, and they survived that, and they've moved forward. So I would say as far as team building, it's really worked better because this is an individual competition, but they've actually built that teamwork, and they're actually the reason why and I guess you would agree with me, Sergeant Major, it's so hard to know who's out front because they've been relatively close. So the competition is good.
Yeah, I simply have to echo the same comments as Sergeant Major Gentry. It's everything's pretty much neck and neck. These soldiers, I believe, are enjoying the field environment, the constant challenge. I'm sure they'd all agree that maybe a little bit weather conditions be a little more optimal, but
we have been hit with a little weather.
We all have to endure, so we'll get through.
So is there do y'all have a favorite event? Have we had y'all's favorite event yet, or we have yet to have favorite event that you're kind of looking forward to see the competitors?
Well, Sergeant Major's favorite event's going to the hotel, but other than that event, we actually like the shooting probably most of all. That's that's a basic weapon of a warrior is to be able to shoot. So that's where we're at.
Well, it was good to see the ACFT actually take hold this morning, them actually conduct that event, as well as, just once again, like Sergeant Major Gentry's on top of it, the IWQ, they actually got to go out there and complete Table 4 to standard, and then also go out there and conduct Table 6 for the new IWQ as well. So our competitors are getting the latest and greatest training. So they've got a leg up when they get home.
Now, you mentioned the new standard that for the firing that we're moving towards. Have y'all been able to get any feedback from the soldiers? I know that event was just earlier today, but have y'all gotten any feedback from y'all soldiers about what they thought about that event, or how it maybe felt a little bit different than things we've previously done?
Well, after the Tennessee soldier had to get 2 bags of water this morning, he went out to the range. He felt very comfortable when he came back, so he thoroughly enjoyed the experience out there. So I'm going to use him when we bring that back because we're all working towards the new qualification and how we're going to make that work with the limited amount of training days that we do have in the Guard.
Right. Yeah. I got the opportunity to sit behind my soldier while he was up there on the line and actually video him going through Table 6. So it'll be a definite training aid for me to get back to the state because Kentucky's getting ready to conduct a Train the Trainer here starting August 17th, about a week long with all our training NCOs. So it'll come in handy.
And I think that brings up an interesting point with Best Warrior when you start talking about bringing the regions together like that. It does become an opportunity for idea sharing and passing off best practices between one state and the other. Do you feel like y'all have been able to pick up some stuff out here, sharing amongst all your fellow soldiers and stuff that's been going on?
Oh, most definitely. You never go anywhere where you're not with your peers and with your subordinates that you don't learn something that a different state does. It's better than yours, and some things that you don't want to do. So, yes, we have picked up a lot here.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, like I said, for me, especially with our Best Warrior competition in Kentucky coming up in October, a lot of the things that I see going on here at the regional competition we'll take and make sure we implement back at our own state.
Okay, good deal. It's been a joy from a public affairs standpoint. These are always super awesome events for us because we get kind of a taste of the Guard that we don't always get all the time as far as actual soldier tasks and drills, and we don't always get out to those things sometimes for ceremonies and stuff like that, which is part of the job also. But always an awesome experience from my side. This is actually the third one I've been involved with, 2 regionals and a state competition. What do you think ultimately the soldiers that compete in this, what do you think they really walk away from, outside of potentially being, number one in the competition? I mean, what do you think they really walk away with, no matter what?
Well, this competition, regardless of what this is, I guess what we got current America, everybody walks away from here a winner. No matter whether you are number 1 or you're number 11, you still walk away from knowing that you completed the task, that you are in the best 11 in the region 3, and that's not shabby right there.
Yeah, when I tell, back when I was at the brigade level, and I always told soldiers, and especially NCOs, I said, here's the thing. I said, you go out there and you put your best foot forward. You're out there competing in front of all these other brigade sergeant majors. I said, you're out there competing in front of the state sergeant major. If you ever want the opportunity to put yourself in front of your peers, that if you're ever looking for that AGR job, you're looking for that technician job, guess what? You put on there that you won the best warrior competition for the state, that you went on and you competed and you made it so far in the region, or you won the region, that should scream echoes to just about any potential hiring process or anybody else, that, hey, this soldier is willing to put themselves out there. They're willing to go the extra step, the extra mile. And like Sergeant Major said, a lot of this stuff we ask these soldiers to do on their own time, this training, this extra physical fitness. We ask them to do that on their own time. We're not bringing them in on orders. We train them up during their IDTs and their ATs in order to prep them up for this stuff, but that's usually about it, and it's all on themselves. And the other thing that these guys will walk away with is if they ever IST to another state in the region or something like that, hey, they know who the state command sergeant major is. They've met some other fellow soldiers from that region, so they've got that networking out there. So I think there's a lot of benefits to the individual soldier.
Yeah, very true, very true. Well, I appreciate y'all taking time to step over and talk with me, give you an opportunity here if you got something you kind of wanted to add that maybe I didn't touch on, or a shout out you wanted to give to somebody. I'll give you all the opportunity right now before we close out.
Well, Tennessee side, we appreciate South Carolina bringing in the weather, because this will definitely help us prepare for Camp Shelby next month when we go there. But on the lighter side of things, I just appreciate everything is done, the soldiers that's competed, and the effort that they put forward, and the effort that their states have put forward to get them here and to bring their best, because that always makes each state bring their best. So it's been an awesome experience.
Yeah. First of all, I have to say, a huge shout out and a thank you to the South Carolina Army National Guard. You all have been tremendous hosts. It's been a great staff here supporting this event, and without that, it's not possible. So, once again, thank you to the South Carolina Army National Guard, Sergeant Major Vickery and his staff in executing what's so far has been an excellent competition. And, to all the competitors out there, keep pushing. This competition is not for the meek and it's not for the mild. And like Sergeant Major Gentry said, it's going to be the best that's brought here, and everyone's intent here is for the winner of this region to go on and win the nationals. So we're not here to be second place.
Good deal. Once again, thank y'all for joining me. For all listeners out there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button to keep up with the podcast, and we'll catch you in the next episode.